And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you every day, especially during the week. And how are you all doing? Happy Tip Tuesday. Today is Tip Tuesday, and we are all about our tips on Tuesday. But we're also going to talk about some politics and all the other stuff that's going on in the world because there's a lot going on. And just south the gate, so you'll know, we'll be talking about 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. So we're going to be talking about that today. So that is what we're leading. That's what we're going to have later on as our tips. So get ready for all you folks out there. And we're going to take a poll today. Once we get some more people inside here. But I'm curious without the polls itself. I have another poll set up. But how many of you use Google reviews? I know a lot of foodies love Google reviews. They leave Google reviews everywhere. And then the other folks that leave Google reviews for everything: stores, boutiques, the park, the playground, the stadium. Google reviews everything. So, I mean, some of you folks out there, I know do it. I know I do it for everything. I thought I was doing something until I talked to Gwendolyn. I I was like excited about my 12 million plus photo views, and Gwendolyn, huh, well, well, I will not say her number because it's so embarrassing. She may put it on the screen if she wants to, but she outdid me. She's like one on a whole nother level. Anyway, we're into competition. So let's say good morning to all the folks that are in the building. Hannah gets the gold. Hannah gets the gold. And she says, good morning, Ron and RLP family. Aya gets the silver. Grand rising at Ron and Hannah. She says, and third but not least, as in the bronze, we got Chrissy's Corner. She says, good morning. And we see everyone popping in, all the hellos. And then we got the G girl in the building, Miss G.R. Houston Jack says, good morning. Rashawn is in the building. Rashawn, I have something to tell you, that you are a catalyst that you helped me create. And you didn't even know you did it. So I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And let's see who else is in the building. Who else is in the building? Okay. Hey, Omar's in the building. He says, what's up, everybody? He's at the diner while I'm here on the line with you all. my wonderful roommate. We are officially the week odd couple. Mr. Oscar Madison is at the restaurant. Don't have to tell you who's Felix and who's Oscar. And Bryce is in the building. He says, what's up, Ron? What's up, LRP family? What's up, CQ fam? Happy Star Trek Day. As you can see, iPhone 16 just dropped yesterday. Speaking of that, I did watch the video and all that stuff, and Gwendolyn chimed in with me, and we kind of like looked at everything and was listening and observing. And I think, and then I went on to the Samsung account area and began to figure out what I could get for my phone if I do a rebate of my phone, like send this phone in and get a new phone. Sorry for the sirens. It's New York City. Here they go. Yeah, they're coming through. They're coming through. Peace. Anyway, so there we are having. Oh wait! Oh, I hear in the background someone entering the door. Mr. Oscar Madison is right there.
Uber deliveries.
I hear the sound of the door. But so I'm thinking about doing Samsung. I think I may just stay with my Samsung phone, not this one, but I may upgrade to the Samsung 24. Yeah. So we'll stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But yes, let me talk about Rashawn. She doesn't know that she helped me with this decision, but if you have not been, let me set this up. I have, let's see if I can do that. I have redone my Patreon page. So, and the reason why I redid the whole thing, redid everything, put it, live life like you mean it in there, stay focused. I got the Patreon here and touch base daily. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that folks don't know it takes money to be on here live every day. And I know that there are some Patreon members that we have in our Patreon community that are non-paying members, which is, I'm going to phase that one out. So I'm just letting you guys know it's going away. And the reason why is because as it really does help when you support the people that encourage you and bless you and all the other stuff. If that is what this is to you, then please invest in it because it does take money to have a StreamYard. It does take money to out of time to create for you guys. It does take money to do this for you every day. But we do this together as a community. So I just wanted to step out and say this that guys, if you appreciate what's going on here, please, please invest in it. Invest in what we do here. Because again, it is building community. One, two, we come here for information, news, and encouragement. Three, I just love to be with you guys. But also, I think you love to be with us. So, guys and gals, invest. And so what I did was I restructured it so that way it makes it so much easier for everyone. So let me just say what this looks like. Now I'm going, this is what we call this. This is housekeeping business. This is like family business that we're talking about right now for our community. So right now you have what's called, I assign names to everything so everything looks a little clearer. But we have the $3 a month, which is the blue, which is called the a cup of Joe, because that's what it does. It could buy me some coffee or tea for the month. If you want to buy me one coffee, if you think this is worth one coffee a month, then do that, right? Then we have what's called yellow, which is the community access, which now gives you access to everything that's on the Touch Base Daily feed, meaning like you get all the Touch Base dailies and all of the tips and everything that we have on the Patreon page. For those that do not follow Patreon on my Patreon community, I post things in their entirety for the community. So that way they have information. All the Tip Tuesdays are all in writing, laid out nicely for you guys. Motivation Mondays, laid out nicely. Wisdom Wednesdays, and also Phototherapy Wednesdays. Okay, so being a part of that, that's what you become. If you do 5, that's basic. However, what's recommended is the $10 a month. That helps a whole lot for all of those that are in this community or that pop in and step out. If you find this to be a blessing, $10 is what I recommend, which means you're making a difference. You're making a difference in how I work on this platform, how I work in social media, how I work as in connecting with you. Okay. Then there's also the orange. The orange, and these all give you certain things. Like every one of these gives you more and more as you go through them. But the orange is just a build on the purple. And it also gives you like tips, like for instance, like the orange says, early access to my special postings and image releases, access to special promotions and discounts on suggested items in my website, on my Etsy store, community posts and updates, selected spring and autumn digital downloads. So you get 2 downloads every year. But then I went a further. For those that just love photography, here's that for you. You love photography and you want some downloads, pop into there. You get some downloads, scheduled downloads, and downloads. But this one was encouraged by my Rashawn. Rashawn, I created this for you because this is who you are. And Rashawn has been so, and I know she doesn't want any spotlight, but Rashawn has always given to this community. And she goes all out to help me do what I do here every month, every day, every week. So I created this just for Rashawn and people like her. It's called The Red, and it's called Basic Photography 101. So what happens with folks in that category? We will meet every third Thursday of the month, and there will be lessons for photography. And we will have discussions about photography. And we will learn together photography. So thank you, Rashawn, for being an inspiration, even when you don't even know you are an inspiration. But this category is for one-on-one learning with me for photography. And then that's for a half-hour learning. And then we have also those that want to get $50 a month. Believe it or not, there's people there. That is also Basic Photography 101 Plus. That means you will get photography training. We will schedule you on the calendar, and you get an hour, which I usually charge my clients $110 an hour. Sorry, $125 an hour. But in this community, you will be getting an hour of training for $50 a month if you are in that category. And then also I do have other the platinum, which are I have several platinum people that donate to this community that you don't even know do this, but they go all out for this community because they believe in what goes on here, and they give $100 a month to this community. That's how I'm able to stay on. That is how, because these folks are the ones that really do the job. So, but in addition to all the stuff that we have here, they also have the opportunity to share their branding sponsors and marketing. So at the end of every Touch Base Daily, there will, I should say, in the middle of the Touch Base Daily, there will be a sponsorship banner that comes up, and your brand will be on that sponsorship. So that way you will have exposure to more than 18,000 viewers per month. For 18,000 viewers just on Indie Soup alone. And in my community, just on my platform per month is 20,000 viewers a month. So that is going to help you in your branding. If you are a business owner, this will be for you. And if you want to check it out a little more than that, I'm just breaking it down, just give you some house cleaning work, sharing community work. The $150 a month gives you, well, we'll work on that, as in you get your verbal announcement of your product. Verbal announcement of your product. So there you go. Become a Patreon member. It does help. It does help. I need you just as much as you need me. So I need you to help me serve you better, to be here for you more. And I want to continue to be able to do this for you all. Come in every day, do those Motivation Mondays, be here to share what's going on around the city, around the country. Hopefully we'll do some global stuff, international stuff, and all that other stuff. And all bringing guests in every week. That takes time and money to create these platforms for you all. And again, I always say this with anyone online, make sure you support your online people that you love. Whether it be Roland Martin, he always comes on and talks about how you guys support. We have to support our communities. So therefore, that's my announcement for today. I'm not gonna beat the what do they call it? Beat the rug here. But guys, here it is. It's restructured and restructured for you. And again, I want to thank Rashawn for always being committed to helping this community and being here for us. Let me get my cursor over here so I can stop sharing this. She and a bunch of other folks, they make this community happen because they give. So don't be a fly on the wall and just be a name. Come on. I know this is worth more than a cup of coffee. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay, guys. So let's see who else is in the building. How else is in the building? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Anthony is in the building. Good morning, Anthony. See you in the building. I see you. I see you. G says, since you asked about iPhones, I'm shocked they spoke so much about Apple Intelligence and it's not available yet. Gwendolyn, one thing about Gwendolyn, and we both are the same way, but we were like listening to the words that they were saying in the information yesterday on Apple. They were going in, it was like, and like this and focus some, they was using these keywords that weren't accurate words. And we were like, that's what that means. So Gwendolyn, being Gwendolyn who she is, Miss G.R. Houston Jack, she's gonna do her research. She has been my tech guru since the day I met Gwendolyn, almost 20 years ago. Did I say that, Gwendolyn? 20. When I met Gwendolyn, we fell in love over our Samsungs. We had the Samsung watch. We had the Samsung phones. Yes, that was Gwendolyn and I back in the day. We fell in love with Samsung products. Omar says, thank you, Omar. Omar says, support my brother. Watching him prepare for these shows and his teaching is worth every penny. Thank you, Omar. Yes. So anyway, what's going on out there? Are you guys still here? Are you guys still with me? Did you leave me? Did you leave me on that? Okay, so I say, and let's not skip over the battery life. She said, let's not skip over the battery life. It's a better battery, but by how much? They would not tell us how much that battery life was about. How much did it become better on the Apple phone? However, I have to say, Omar has an amazing phone. I've been watching him photograph architecture here in New York City while he's been here. And he has an older phone, and I am impressed by the Apple product. However, I am still afraid to dive into the Apple phone because I see so many of my friends who have Apple phones with cracked screens. Now, for me, I am so anal that a cracked screen will drive me insane. And I see a lot of my friends that have now Samsung folks, some have cracked screens, but not many. But my Apple folks, many of them have cracked screens. So I am terrified of getting this the smartphone for Apple because I do not want a cracked screen. But the technology is excellent. The smartphone is amazing on the iPhone. Well, I used to give them a hard time back in the day because Samsung was the camera of preference for photographers when it came to smartphone photography. But Apple, they are up to par. And they are just as good for the photography. I cannot knock them. I'm just afraid of the cracked screen. Okay, there we have it. There we go. So what are you guys up to? First of all, I have something to share with you because I want you to be informed about this situation. Have y'all heard in the news about Detroit's new racist judge. Have y'all heard about this? I'm asking, has anyone heard this story? Detroit's new racist judge. Whoa. When I saw this story, it blew my mind. This judge in Detroit, she is now suspended. Or not suspended. What they call it? She's been removed of her cases. Like she doesn't have a case log, right? It was absolutely insane. And so here is, let me just make sure I got this loaded up here. Just so you know, this I'm not going to play it because now because this platform is now in monetizing area. I'm trying to get monetized on this because you got to be careful now what you put out. Look at what this is on this story is well served on this platform. If you want to know the details, first of all, shout out to the Defiant Lawyers Network, which is a father and son law firm. Sorry, father and daughter law firm. These are two lawyers based out of Texas. You need a lot of lawyers in Texas, y'all. And so, racist judge family finally removed. The lawyer explains how racist judges ruin Black lives and how voting matters. Guys, if you have not seen this on YouTube, you need to log in. I'm going to put the link in at the end, but you need to be looking at the Defiant Lawyers Network. The Defiant Lawyers Network. It is so important. Oh, you know what? I didn't go live on there. Okay, let me pop this on. I thought I was live on Instagram. That's okay. There we go. There we go. I thought I hit that live button. So, guys, yes, make sure that you look at this story. It is crazy. And then on top of the news about her being a racist, not just a sister. This is her words. I can honestly say that, okay, I'm not systematically racist. I'm a new racist. Now, I don't know what a new racist is, but maybe we need to research that out, right? We need to figure out what is a new racist. But her father is also a judge in Detroit on the bench. Now, I'm not saying that he's like her, but fruit don't fall far from the tree. But, and she is, when you hear the tapes, when you hear the voice, in her voice, you are going to be shocked. So look at that. Follow this case. It's happening in Detroit. It is Adrian, the judge. Yeah. Adrian says that judge is a hot racist mess. I mean, it is crazy. Omar said he said he's knocking on wood that he didn't have a crack on his screen. He takes care of his stuff. He does take care of his stuff. I watch him. G says, I read an article about her and found it interesting how they use a much younger picture of her. But also, there were complaints about her for a long time, but they went ignored. It was one person that said, wait a minute, a white gentleman I think he controls the courthouse, her courtroom, and all the other stuff that's related to the courtroom. And he had private conversations with her, and he taped her and said, I must share this. Thank God for people that are out to protect people, all people. Omar was saying, and yes, we noticed he was a white guy. And that's why I always say, this is not a matter of white and black. White people are this and black people are that. No. But when white people stand up for justice, we all win together. Because everyone else was complaining. All the people of color were complaining, but they didn't get heard. But the white gentleman, he stood up and was heard. And here we are. So keep your eyes on that. Also, like I said, follow the Defiant Lawyers Network. They are a great platform. And they also are doing a story on the Tyrese arrests from the Tyrese from the Dolphins arrest on that happened on Sunday. Great platform. Yes, like Cass says, it has to be collective. We are all in this together. We have to work as a family. We have to work as a community across the board. It doesn't matter what color we are, what religion, or the lack of religion. We are all citizens or immigrants to this country or just arrived to this country. We are all in this together. We are all in the same boat. We have to all steer the boat in the same direction. We have to row the boat in the same direction. All paddles in the water. Anyway, I almost felt the sermon coming on. I felt the sermon coming on. I won't do it. I just won't do it. Okay, let me let it go. But anyway, y'all see what I'm talking about. Yes, blessed Tuesday, Cass. And what else? There was something else in the news. Oh, guys. Hello. The election polls came out today. If you want to follow those, just go on to any place. Go on to Google and just read the election polls were released today. And it shows a dead heat. Not only in the toss-up states, the states that are like the electoral college bad boy 7 states, but other states are becoming in that level, in that area too. Florida is now tied. Florida is close to being tied. Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Nevada. Yes, guys. Yes. And we got to vote. We got to encourage our folks to vote. We got to encourage our grandmamas, grandpapas, uncles, nieces, nephews. Everyone needs to go to the polls. And again, early voting is starting in a couple of weeks. I think it starts next week, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, get out and vote. And I will suggest to everyone, again, remember, check and see if you're still on the rolls. Remember, you Texans out there and other states also, but Texas, they did the biggest one. 1 million people purged off the voting rolls in Texas. You need to check and see if you are still on the rolls. So just got to throw that one out there. The election polls came out and it's tied. It's a dead heat in also unexpected red states. There's hope. Could there be a massive blue wave? Is it possible? Is it possible that Florida goes blue, Texas goes blue? I don't know. It's possible. Texas went blue one time. They had a blue governor. Remember her? Okay. Anyway, so just wanted to share that news with you all. And if you are not busy tonight and you are interested in hanging out with some folks who are political junkies like myself, we will be gathered together on this platform for the presidential debate night, Harris versus Trump. And folks, I have a poll. Let's see if I'm going to get this right. Let me see if I can get this poll right. I'm starting a poll. Here we go. There we go. It worked. There's a poll out, y'all. Will you be watching tonight's presidential debate? I want to know. Yes, no, yes, or no. Hit the polls. Look at that. I learned, y'all. See, we learn together. That's why we're a great community. We learn together. Okay. I see all you guys have been chatting since I've been chatting away. So let me go and let me do a rewind here. Okay. I see good. Hey, Jazzy's in the building. Good morning, she says to everyone. And Amparo is in the building. Good morning, Amparo. And Omar says, the seeds of chaos is in every fabric of society. You ain't lying there, sir. Oh, Anthony says to Kim, unfortunately, there are a lot of judges with preconceived notions about the people who appear in court. That's right. They said also, back to that court story, that a lot of people are now saying they're going to have to get their court, their verdicts overturned and their court hearings redone because of her bias. Elise is in the building. Good morning, Elise. So good to see you. So good to see you. You're in the building. And we are so, Omar said, we are so close turning blue last election. That's right. Because, believe it, y'all, Texas is really a purple state. Purple state disguised as red. There's just so many people that just don't vote there. We got to get people to vote in Texas. Texas, that's a lot of electoral votes waiting for us. Okay, Ron says, Ron, what were the key factors that encouraged people to vote for Obama second term? Just curious. Well, one is it was historic. So a lot of people came out for Obama because he was the first. He was the first Black president. Number two, they loved his policies. They loved what he did in his first term. So they voted for him again. But let me always remind folks, 40% of the white population in America voted for Obama. 60% of the white vote did not vote for Obama. 60% did not vote. Not just Obama, but more than for the last, I should say in this century, there has never been a majority white vote for any Democrat. White people in America do not vote for Democrats as a mass, as an overall number, as a majority. Only 40%, around that 40% number, voted for Obama. However, what made him so viable is that there were people all over the country that voted for him. Women voted for him. And again, let's not get it twisted. 40% of white women voted for Obama, not 60. Same thing with Hillary. Hillary would have been in office if white women would have came to the polls for her. Only 40%. If she would have had 60%, we would have never ever had a Trump. So white folks in the building, I love y'all, but y'all need to get out and vote. Y'all need to vote Democrat. Y'all need to vote for your own needs. Stop voting against your needs. Stop foregoing your religious institutional thoughts over your needs. Now, I know they do lock hand and they weave together. However, if you have no food on your plate, see, your love for God and your love for the Bible and your love for a lot of other things, wherever that may be, is great because we need prayer. We need praying people in this country. We need people that love God in this country. We need people that love humanity. You know what I say about the red letters? It's the red letters. Be a red letter Christian. Follow the teachings of Jesus. Be a red letter Christian. But don't let that thing that you probably will never, ever be in contact with destroy your vote. You have no health care. A lot of Southern Bible Belt states don't have education. The level of education is poor. You have very few hospitals. I know my uncle lost his leg because there was no hospital in his area. They had to helicopter him out to get hospital care in North Carolina. So guys, vote for your needs. You need your education. You need money to build plants and grants and all the other stuff that needs to happen for you to thrive in your states. Vote. Vote. Religion is not the only thing you're voting for. You're voting for your children who will be Christians or not. Guys, vote for your family, your friends. It's a great, great obligation to vote for people and some who cannot vote for themselves or vote for those that are not even born yet. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let it go. I already tossed up some tables in the marketplace. Sorry. I've already tossed some marketplace tables up. Um let's see here. I see here, Jazzy says black people, POC need to vote as well. They are trying to suppress our vote for a reason. You notice they don't tell white women and white men and white women not to vote. Absolutely not. You're right, Jazzy. Yep. We all have to vote. Your vote matters. I don't care who you are. Everyone must vote. Black, white, Asian, Indian, indigenous, everyone must vote. Hey, Kelly A, good morning. Okay, what time is it? It's time for class. It's time for class. It is time for some class here. Okay, let me get my little banners going on here. Let me take off this conversation here. I'm cleaning it up here so we can get ready for class. Okay, that was that. So I wanted to make sure you guys got that information. Also, here we go. See what I was telling you about? So for those, let me first say, let me go to my banners. Let me get my banners straight here. If you are interested in photography and you want photography lessons, reach out to me. I do teach photography, basic photography 101. Let's talk about your camera. Let's talk about taking better pictures. If you want to gain knowledge in a class one-on-one and go at your pace, I do teach photography. So that's why we have these Tip Tuesdays, because I'm just expounding on what I like to do. And that is teach people how to do photography. Also, again, thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors for supporting this. And if you are interested in getting your name or your logo on this part of the show, of the community gathering, then make sure you check out Patreon for that information. But again, thank you for the sponsors. Okay. And there you have it. I'm going to let that go. And we are ready to get into this lesson. So, guys, if you're just joining, today is Tip Tuesday, and we do photography tips. And I am so excited to be oops, got the wrong banner there. Here we go. Here we go. Touch Base Daily is tip time. And we are learning today about 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. How many of you do Google reviews? Google reviews. Like I said earlier, there are lots of people that do the Google reviews. They go in a restaurant, they take pictures of their food. There's lots of foodies that take pictures of their foods. Sometimes y'all just take pictures of your food and just keep it in your phone. I don't know why, but you could be using your Google review to give you a little edge. Like I have a little watermark on my pictures so people know who I am. And it goes Ron Foster, Ron Lewis photos on every photo that's on my Google reviews. So I put a little watermark that you can do in your smartphone. I know Samsungs you can. Don't know about the Apples. Sorry. but you can put little watermarks on your photos and every time you share a photo, it's already there. So 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. Also, Google reviews gives you points, and they do give you like these little gifts. Not much. I mean, hello. I wish they would give me a penny for every review. I would have some good money in my account, especially with having 12.7 million views. But I'm nowhere like Gwendolyn. I think she has 19 million. But use that to your advantage. 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. Here we go. Let me click on here. Let me get in here. Okay. Are we ready? Oh, okay. Let's go this way. Okay. So today we're diving into how to take amazing photos for Google reviews. Whether you're a business owner or a customer wanting to share your experience, these tips will help your photos stand out and make a lasting impression. Let's get started. 1, use natural light. Now, that's not always possible, but Ron, when he goes to the restaurant, he is usually sitting by the window. 1 has become a people watcher, and I'm nosy, and I like to see what's going on in the streets. But, sidebar, I like to be near the window because I get beautiful natural light from the streets to take good photos of food. So here we go. Use natural light. Whenever possible, take your photos during the day and utilize natural light. It makes your images look more vibrant and true to life. If you're indoors, position your subject near a window to get that soft, diffuse light, right? So also, now if you cannot sit near the window, if you can't sit next to the window, like my friends, we are all together, my Fantastic Four group, Nia, Winter, and Membo, and myself, when we're traveling on the road we do our trips, and we take photos of everything we eat. We all get our cell phones together and we light the subject. So one person's photographing and the other 3 of us are lighting it from all angles. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what we do. People are looking at us and they're like, who are those people? We are those people. We light the food and then you take pictures of the food because the lighting is not always available to get that natural light. And also usually in a restaurant, the lighting is not so bright. So ask your friend, hey, could you light this up for me as I take this picture? You'll be surprised how beautiful that photo can be. Okay, that was a sidebar. Next, focus on composition. A well-composed photo can make a huge difference. Use the rule of thirds to place your subject off center and create a more dynamic image. Pay attention to the background and make sure it's not too cluttered. Like you see here, this is off to the left, and then you got another burger to the right in the background, kind of like faded out, right? Take pictures that make it interesting. Don't just take a picture of just the burger or just the food or just that thing. Give it composition. Give it a story. Like, look at the wrapping here, right? Look at that wrapping, the table, the food, the drop of food that's on the paper. That all makes this picture interesting. It makes it exciting to see that food picture. Next, capture the details. Whether it's the texture of a dish at a restaurant or the intricate design of a product. Details matter. Details matter. Can I say it again? Details matter. Get close and feel the frame with your subject to highlight these elements. Get close. Get close. I always do about 2 pictures minimum to each thing I'm photographing on my plate. How would I do that? I go in, 1, I take it from above. 2, I take it from in front and I zero in. I would like to take it at camera level, food level, to make you see the drippings of the liquid or the condiments coming out of or the juicy whatever happening, or the smoke coming up. Get close. Get close. And again, remember we talked about getting close? We talked about this last week in food photography. We talked food photography last week, if you missed that. Take your camera and get close, and you can put your camera mode. If you don't have food mode on your camera, put your camera in portrait mode. If you don't have food mode on your smartphone camera, put your smartphone on portrait mode. And it gives you a similar feel. It gives you that beautiful depth of field in the background. Okay, next, let's get it. Let's get it going. Keep it steady. Blurry photos can be a turnoff. Use both hands to hold your camera or your smartphone. And if possible, use a tripod. That's for those that are going to do this for their business. Or rest your device on a stable surface to avoid any shaking. Like sometimes you can just get that camera right onto the table, put the camera on the table, press the button. That will give you a steady hand. So take the camera, put it on the table, sideways or vertical. I should say vertical or horizontal. We call it vertical, portrait mode, or horizontal, which is landscape mode. Landscape view, portrait view, right? Sit it on the table. Sit the bottom on the table and then press the button to shutter. And you'll get a clear picture without the camera shaking. Okay? I see a question. I see a question. I see a question. I'll go there. Rashawn says, is food mode on an iPhone? I don't know. No, says Omar. Omar says no. So you have to use portrait mode on the iPhone. But Samsungs, they do have a food mode. They do have a food mode. And Gwendolyn says, and that's why I love my Z Fold 6. Because you can just lay that baby down on the table and take that picture. That's right. Let's see here. What else you guys are saying? Do I see any more questions? Do I see any more questions? Okay, no more questions. If you have questions, you can ask questions. That's good. Because we're in this video, so you can ask questions. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, here we go. Next, edit thoughtfully. Edit thoughtfully. Remember, we did food photography last week, so you can go to last week's video to learn how to do editing. But look, go into your picture and edit thoughtfully. Here, what do I mean by that? A little editing can go a long way. Adjust the brightness, contrast, and saturation to make your photo pop. But avoid over editing. Can I say it again? Avoid over editing. You want your images to look natural and inviting. You want your images to look natural and inviting. So make sure you do that. You have a smartphone. You have editing tools in your smartphone. And if you want to step it up a little bit, you can download Photoshop Express. You don't have to pay for it. You can get the basics. You can use those filters. You can also get Lightroom. Lightroom is also free for the basic plan, and then on your phone. But if you want to step it up, to say you're a business owner and you take pictures of your food more often than those that don't, you might want to step it up and invest in a Lightroom or some kind of photo editing tool. But everyone has an editing tool on their camera, their smartphone. You have an editing tool on your smartphone. Use them, play with them. That way that is how you get better. Okay, next slide. Any other questions? And remember, if you have questions, put them in it, put a Q and then the question. A Q and then the question. I see Anthony says there's a macro on the Pixel camera. Okay, good job. Here we go. Here's another one. And add context to images. When you upload your photo to Google reviews, add a caption or description. This gives viewers more information about what they're seeing and why it's important. They like, Google review also always loves for you to tell them what the food is. This is a pepper steak. This is a pizza. This is a pepperoni pizza. So make sure you take the extra step and put it in the captions. Usually, if you don't put in the captions, Google will come back and say, could you please describe this to the people, for the people? Can you please describe? So make sure you put that information. It gives you a lot more leverage. The more information you put in the review, the more characters you use in your Google reviews, the more points you get for your postings. Okay? The more points you get for your postings. And sometimes those little Starbucks coupons and all the other stuff adds up. Some of the gamers get these little gaming coupons. Like, I don't play games on computers, on my phone, but Google does give you like these little things for your, like, 10% off here, 50% off there, 20%, 70% off. So it's always those are the perks of doing Google reviews. Next one. And this is a bonus. This is a bonus for you. And for an extra edge. Oops, so sorry. Let me go back. Oops, got carried away. For an extra edge, photograph the interiors, the artwork, the decor. You will find me in every restaurant. I'm that guy moving through the restaurant, taking pictures of the whole place from every angle. I'm telling my story. I want to share some of the photos that are on the wall. If they have good artwork, if they have good, like, we call tchotchkes on the wall. It's like, old phones and old pictures. And I take pictures of everything because it tells the story of your review, right? It tells the story of your review. So, and I see here, G says, those captions are better when you use the food name from the menu. There you go. Use the food name from the menu. Yes, right. I that's why I always, usually when my crew were out, my Fantastic Four, when we go out to eat, we usually have the menu we always keep one menu so that way we can put the information in correctly. Usually Winter does that because Ron is not as intuitive that way because I just want to eat. But Winter will go through and put all that information. She will be click, 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 and getting all the correct names. And then she'll fill it in later, or she'll fill it in at the table while we wait. Okay, so there you have it. Those captions are better when you use the food name and from the menu. Mimi says, great tips. Thank you, Mimi. I'm glad these are going to help you with your Google reviews. Okay, so, but here's this. Here's the clincher. Here's the clincher. Photograph the interiors, the art, the decor, etc. But also, wait for it, use your smartphone's video mode. Video footage will increase the point rewards. So if you shoot photo, and then video, or take a video when it first when the food plops on the table. Well, let's say plop it, but when they place that plate on the table, the smoke and of the food is rising. The steam is rising. Videotape it. Videotape the food coming in, and then landing on the table, and videotape it for just a minute. Just give it 30 seconds. Give it 30 seconds. That's all you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 30 seconds is on the table. Video done. And then you click your pictures over and over, underside, and wherever you want to do. The video footage gives you more points. On your Google rewards. So guys, that is your bonus part of this lesson. If you are going to do Google reviews and you follow these 6 steps and that +1 bonus, it will make a difference. Here we go. Here's some photos. Here's some inspirations. Look at that. Overhead. Like, you see that? Level with the food. Overhead. Right there. Look at that. Look at those hot dogs. Don't those hot dogs look good? Look at that. Placemat. Get the mats. Get the spoons, the forks, whatever. Get the beauty of the food. Look at that. Overhead. Again. Right? Overhead. Then get low. Get down to the plate level. Right? Even your coffee, your tea. Sometimes when you go to Starbucks, these places, they do, well, more advanced places now these days, they do like decorations with the foam. Capture that. Okay, here we go. And there you have it, folks. 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. Remember, great photos can make a big impact and help others make informed decisions. You are helping the public, y'all. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more photograph tips and tricks. See you next time on Tip Tuesday. That's next week. We'll be doing another one. I hope you got something out of it. You know how we roll, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Okay, guys, did you learn anything today? Did you learn anything? Oh, are there any questions? Let me see. Are there any questions? Ask, can you use slow-mo when the food is placed on the table? Oh, can you use slow mode when the food is placed on the table? No, you don't want to do that. I mean, you could if you wanted to put it in, but it's better just take the picture as it is. Just take the video, put on video camera. That the waiter or the waitress is getting ready to put that food on the table. Do a clip of it coming to the table and onto the table, and especially if it's something steamy. Nothing looks better in a Google review than steam rising from the food. Just saying. So yes, but on regular mode. I'm going to start. See, there we go. I see. Sean says, I'm going to start videotaping. Thanks, Ron. Hey, Felicia is in the building. Miss Fifi is in the building. Here's Gwendolyn says, I record my food reactions while in the eatery. G says, I just get a picture of the menu. She takes pictures of the menu and then she goes back and she adds her information of the food later. Okay, anyone else there with the I see here. Did we get everybody? That's a great idea. I see. Oh, wow, says Rashawn. Great points. I'm a level 7. Been a reviewer since it launched. Oh, look at Tanja. Tanja's in the building, y'all. She's a level 7. I'm a level 8, but Gwendolyn's a level 9. I'm just a level 8. I'm just a level 8. And Fifi says, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Got it. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Rashawn says, amazing tips. Excellent. Okay, I see. Mimi says, facts. Cass says, appreciate the tips. And I see here, JC said, Jazzy says, I'm greedy. I just ate. This is very, Aya says, this is very helpful. Thank you. I gotta eat because I'm starving. Oh, Mimi says, especially the steam from fajitas. Oh, yes. When the fajitas come, I got the cameras rolling. Yes, those fajitas. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Fifi says, I didn't know video added more points. Thanks, Ron. See, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. I'm here to I'm here to school you. I'm here to school you. I'm here to give you some education. Okay, so that's enough, right? I done lost my mind there. Okay, here we go. Cass says, I have taken pics of food when following recipes. Nice. And she says she is editing now. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, we just went over 4 minutes. Okay. But guys, thank you so much. I hope this means something to you. Again, check out the beginning of the review. Remember about the Patreon page. I mentioned about all the new items and stuff. If you are just joining me, I talked about the Patreon, how you can best support me. And what I do here is to become a Patreon member. Don't be a free member, be a regular member. Invest in this community. That's why we're here, because of the investments of others. So we all invest. If everyone invests, and you'll see, just go through each one of these all membership tiers, and you'll see where you fall and what you want out of this community and how can I serve you. This is how you become a Patreon member and the opportunities that are here for you in our Patreon community. So make sure you go there. Okay, I'm going to let that go. Let's pop that off the screen. Again, tonight. What is tonight, y'all? Tonight is what? Is what? Did I bring that banner in here? I didn't bring the banner in here. I thought I put that banner in here. Dog it, dog it, dog it. Well, tonight we are gathering together for the wonderful presidential election debate. We'll be gathering together at 9 o'clock. I will open the room at 8:45. We will be here live tonight as a community. You will scan this little code and everybody will be able to join in. So we'll all be in the community together, talking, laughing, or hopefully not crying. Hopefully not crying. We will be together joining for tonight's presidential election debate. So, guys, I think that's it. I think I got it all to you today. I appreciate you. I love you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is our Wisdom Wednesday, and Amparo is our guest. She will be talking about travel photography and learning while traveling. Learning while traveling. And I'm out. Okay, guys, later. Thank you so much. And here's my music. It's coming. It's coming. It's here.